Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is DaRealLegend. We are here with some NBA 2K Mobile. And folks, we have finally unlocked the Purple Sapphire Rainmakers Stephen Curry by completing the Fantasy Finals. I'm really excited to bring you this gameplay. Let's jump right into it. We're claiming that Curry, and we're going to use him to upgrade the Curry that we got from the Pressure Dunk. All right, so we're going to pair up Stephen Curry with Paul George, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and the brand new Rainmakers DeMarcus Cousins. So a lot of people have been asking me, how do you grind the fantasy finals? I did talk about this in my last video a little bit, but what I'm going to do in this video is actually play some games. So you can also see some gameplay strategy too. But the easiest thing to do, right, when you're playing the fantasy finals is you want to use your best team. And if you get any new players from grinding the events, you want to upgrade them so that their power is close to what the highest power player for that position is. So for example, while we got DeMarcus Cousins, we made sure to get him up to 425,000, which is a little bit under Wemby. Wemby is 426. So this allows us to match up against players that of a similar level when playing in fantasy finals. But what you also want to pay attention to is the abilities of the rest of the team. So we have Anthony Davis, which has the Western Conference loyalty bonus, gives him a 15% bonus when he's paired up with two other Western Conference players. So this allows AD's power to go up to 516, which is insane. But you want to be careful to make sure that Anthony Davis's power is less than whatever player is going to use prime player. So that in our team, it's going to be Kevin Durant. So because KD has prime player, he gets a 25% bonus. So you have to make sure your prime player is always the highest power player on your team. And that's how you balance out the powers as well. And we got Curry, we got Paul George. With those two players and DeMarcus Cousins, we were able to play the hard mode with a 60% stop bonus, and that is more than enough to grind the event. Now, if you're able to get doublers, it just allows you to finish faster. We finished yesterday, which was Friday. But if you don't have the doubles, you still could finish the event as long as you play the hard mode. That's really the most effective way to get points. We're going to jump into matchups as well, because what I do want to show you is this part. So by making sure you have the best abilities on your team, it allows you to go in with your highest team power, right? So my team power is 438,000, and it pairs me up against a player that's like around 441. But in actuality, my team power is over 470,000 because of the player abilities. But we'll go into this match just to show you. So I paired up against somebody who's 505, so it looks like they're using that strategy as well. So sometimes you're going to get a matchup that's higher than you, but a lot of times you will get matched up against somebody who's 430, 440, and their combined power might be like 440, 450. A matchup like this, I don't have the advantage, but I start with a 2-point lead. Now, the key when building out your team for fantasy finals is you want to have a really good point guard who can hit spot up threes. So players like Stephen Curry, Trae Young, Damian Lillard, even to a certain extent, Steve Nash, right, since he's a recent Rainmaker. You need a shooting guard who could hit clutch shots and who could hit three-pointers. Somebody like Paul George, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Tracy McGrady, Luka, like those are options that you could definitely use. The small forward position, you want to have a good catch and shoot player and somebody who can play the pick and roll with the center. You need somebody like Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Larry Bird, or LeBron James. You also need a good power forward who can run the pick and roll and who can hit it mid-range in case you're doing a pick and pop play. And then also you need a center that can do the same. But you also need a center who can rebound and who can be a shot blocker. For players like DeMarcus Cousins, Wemby, Hakeem Olajuwon, just to name some of the most recent high-power centers, are very good to use. Shaquille O'Neal is also a good option if you were lucky enough to get the St. Patrick's card. The key is to control the clock, right? We have 2 minutes left, and with a 2-point lead, that could easily go away. You want to get stops, and then when you get the ball, you want to make sure you control the clock, right? You want to use the full shot clock to get your shot off, unless you have a wide open shot with Stephen Curry or an easy drive for a dunk. So right here, we're going to run out the clock. Around 13 seconds to 10 seconds, you want to try to run a pick and roll, which we did right there with Cousins. Easy, right? Get that dunk, high percentage shot, and you build your lead pretty quickly. So we'll call the pick again. They brought out Anthony Davis. So we'll run the pick and roll from the corner this time with Paul George and AD. AD gets to the rim, easy. Right? Even if you have some type of hiccup in the play, you just reset. Go to a different spot on the court and run the pick and roll again. So even with Jokic hitting a crazy shot, we still won because we had the 1-point lead. So that's why it's important to try to maintain that 4-point lead as long as possible. That's what you do with the fantasy finals. But now we're going to go into that Curry gameplay because that's why folks clicked on this video. But I wanted to drop a little gem to help you guys out because I want as many players as possible to have this Curry, because he is going to be a bucket getter. Somebody's going to carry you through the new rose quartz turnings that are coming out on Monday. That's right, folks. We're getting a brand new tier in the game. Since we're not playing fantasy finals anymore, I'm going to switch out DeMarcus Cousins for Wemby. Wemby's incredible in this game. Y'all already know that. And he's also really good to use for round 1 of Purple Sapphire tier. For every rebound with a San Antonio player, you get an extra Chaos Diamond ring. And there's still some pretty good Chaos Diamond cards to craft for themes, so it makes sense to grind it this way. And you get extra draft picks for getting rebounds. Curry is ready, man. So inspirational. Good steal from Curry, wide open. We're going to take that. Easy. And we had Wemby down low just in case we needed a rebound, but you know it's not necessary. Strip. KD's going to find him. We're going to take the mid-range. Why not? It's a green light all through the night. Got the break. 80 is flying down the court. My goodness. Curry loses him. He's taking that. No hesitation whatsoever. Second quarter. It's time to cook with the chef. We got the rim. He's going up for the dunk. Ain't nobody stopping that, man. Gotta love when the point guard got ball-ings like that. Curry leading the charge. Crosses him over. Fade away. He got those too. Half court. Curry. Why not? He got those, folks. Can we get a buzzer beater? We're going to pull it. He's on fire right now. Anthony Davis is going to hit Curry right in the corner. That's just too easy. Mid-ranges, he got those all day. Curry had so much more points, man, but we had a crash in the beginning of the second quarter. So his points got reset, man, but he's balling in this game. Here we go. Wide open. Right from the Chase Center. Here goes a double team. I see it setting up. Right there behind our back. We're going to find Wemby at the top. Smooth release right there. Remember, Curry got that playmaking as well. Wemby with the block. Let's go. Curry is pushing. We're going to hit Wemby again. Reward him for that defense. Can we get a midi? Let's get it. KD with the rebound. We are pushing. PG's open. He's going for that. He's got mid-ranges as well. So I'm saying Curry's a good blend of mid-ranges, three-pointers, playmaking as well. I mean, he's showing why he's one of the best point guards of all time. Let's see, we get that Curry buzzer beater. Sized up. It's only perfect. That's how we end this thing here. Now, in case y'all was wondering the build I was using for Curry, or what stats to boost, for Season 6 Rainmakers Purple Sapphire Stephen Curry, he has a 6 in shoot-off dribble, mid-range shooting, 3-point shot, along with a 5 in agility and playmaking. The stats you want to boost for Stephen Curry are defending, so he can keep up with some of the taller and faster guards at the point guard position. You also want to try to boost up his layups and dunks if possible. That way he can be able to drive to the rim. Either he'll get a playmaking opportunity or an easy layup. And then you also want to finish off by boosting up his agility and his playmaking to boost his speed with and without the ball. Since this Curry has boosted shooting stats, there's no need to increase them because Curry's shooting stats are always better than what they show in the game. So as always, I appreciate the support. I will catch everyone in the next one. Stay ballin'.